Let me say a special good morning to our listeners once again. Those of you via Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9. Those of you who are viewing GBN TV, whether it's Channel 7, Channel 11, and Channel 20, good morning. And welcome inside of the mid-morning buzz. Usually you don't see, of course, a Corporal Paul will be around this time of the morning, but happy to have you with me this morning. Good morning to you, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning, and it's always a pleasure being back in GBN.
All right, man.
Yes.
Welcome. Well, we're here under a bit of a different circumstances this morning, and once again, happy to have you. And we're talking about the event that's certainly going to be taking place tomorrow. It's the launch of the 50th anniversary of Grenada's independence. And you know, there are always going to be some traffic arrangements that will have to be implemented to accommodate the event. And this morning, we're certainly going to be chatting about that a wee bit. We do also expecting the chairperson of the organizing committee to pop in with us shortly. As Ms. Gail Purcell, she will be popping in with us shortly. As soon as she do so, we will, of course, also get into a conversation with her. So let's get into the traffic arrangements and give us the traffic arrangements in terms for tomorrow, and then we probably discuss about it a wee bit just for the benefit of the viewing and listening public this morning.
Okay, good morning again to all the listeners, and we know what's taking place. It's the traffic arrangement for the 50th the launch of the 50th anniversary of the Grenada independence, which will be held on Tuesday the 31st of October 2023 along the Carnage Public Road. So we know an event of that magnitude happening on the Carnage is definitely required some rearranging and traffic plan in place to accommodate such event, and the traffic department saw it fit to make those arrangements for that event. So first of all, I will start with no entry. Okay. Where persons do not have access. That portion of the road between the Carnage and Hugh Street, that is where the old cable and wireless line building on the Carnage will be closed to vehicular traffic, and that area will be closed as from an early as 2 p.m. tomorrow. Yes. All right. And that is
earlier when I was mentioning around 4, because I think the event would have kicked in from around 4.
Yes, because it was scheduled for 4. Okay. But then we saw it necessary to effect this change to have it from 2 p.m. rather than 4 p.m.
Okay, great.
So that portion of road will be blocked off to vehicular traffic. So
2 p.m.
you would not be able. So once that portion of road is blocked off, so we definitely know that we need to have some traffic there.
So the closure will be from that junction with Hibble Street?
Not Hibble, Hugh Street.
Hugh Street.
Yes.
So I mean, you're no longer able to come down.
You can come down, but you'll not be able to go back onto the Carnage if you come down. So if you come from Hibble Street, you can come down Hugh Street and you continue along the Carnage, going out to Grandlands or the Eastern Main Road. Okay. But you will not be able to come back to the Carnage, because you can come make that a right turn if you come down Hugh Street to go back onto the Carnage.
To go back, okay.
The area of Hubbards and those. You will not be able to make that.
So basically, you will not be able to make that a right turn.
Yes. So that area, that's where we have as no entry.
Okay, great.
Yes. Also, we will have areas no through, because once the road is blocked off, as we stated, vehicles will not be able to come through the Carnage. Okay. So vehicles coming to the town will have to go up Loutis Lane to Archibald Avenue, and down Lucas Street and continue on your journey. Okay. But however, we know that the area is not totally blocked off in that area, so persons accessing and the supermarket and so on can reach far, but they will not be able to pass that no entry which we mentioned earlier. Okay. So and we also have persons in strategic positions, especially in the area of the Tantin roundabout, which will guide persons, because you don't want persons to reaching that far knowing that they cannot, because not everybody might be privy to listen to this program or get. Sure. So you don't want them coming all the way to the Carnage or Buns Point knowing that they cannot continue on their journey.
All right, understand.
So we will have the Tantin roundabout area will be, and also Buns Point for persons coming in area. So you will not be able to go further than that point.
Okay. Now, parking is always going to be a concern.
Yes, definitely.
I know folks who are listening, we would always want to have a bit of a knowledge or where they can park, and just in case they intend to come to the event later tomorrow.
Yes. So we know persons normally may park along the carnage, but you would not know. So I'll start with no parking.
Let's start with no parking.
Yes, so then definitely persons will know thereafter where they can park. So the area of where the road will be closed off, that's with the intersection with Hugh Street along the carnage, that intersection there, right up to the area. Well, as far as the pedestrian crossing after Goldfish, we've made some adjustment to facilitate additional parking. So up to that area will be no parking, and it will be re-emphasized with signs and cones to let persons know that we do not, although persons are accustomed to parking there, so we definitely have to re-emphasize those no parking area with signs and cones. But mostly we don't want persons parking in the area of this Hugh Street up to the area of the Rum Runner, because that's where the actual event will take place. And that area must remain sterile, because we will have entertainers and a stage will be set up, etc. in along the carnage, which will take a portion of the road as well. So definitely persons would not be, so it's a no-no for persons parking in that area.
Okay.
And that will be, as we said, emphasized as early as this afternoon.
All right.
That is how much we do not want persons to park in that area.
All right. So even though the entry will be from 2 p.m., but a notice will be erected so that no parking.
So we don't want persons to park, somebody to park there and they left their vehicle there unattended for that long period. Maybe they go to Karakou or something of that sort.
All right.
Because we may have to wreck that vehicle at their own expense.
And I know there certainly would not would like that to happen.
So that's the reason for disseminating the information, only so that persons will at least hear it, and who, as they say, who hear, go tell the others.
All right. And,
yes.
So that takes care of the no parking instructions for now?
Yes.
All right.
So what we've also did is to make the Port Highway and Tantin Public Road one way.
Okay.
To facilitate parking.
All right.
And
a bit of an explanation that we needed for the one-way direction for both Port Highway and Tantin.
So if you're coming from Grandance and you're accessing the Port Highway, so on the left side coming to, there will be no parking.
No parking.
Yes.
All right. So one way on the left side.
Both, and if you're going towards Santin, it will be the left side as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So then the sign that the cones will be on, know that you would not be able to park on that side of the road.
And that will give evidence that is probably one-way traffic.
Yes.
All right.
So we just want the public to know that you can park on Port Highway at Tantin Public Road, which will create a sort of an easement in terms of persons having access for parking. We're also trying to get additional parking space, but it's not confirmed as yet. I'm not too sure if Ms. Purcell have that information yet, which we'll share once it's available. But once we have that information available, we'll definitely disseminate it to the public so that they will be aware of that additional parking space. Because we expect and we want the as much Grenadians to come out to the event, and therefore, if we want persons to come out, we have to see, we'll try our best to provide those parking, and once what we have in plan come through, there'll definitely be an easement for the traffic as well.
All right.
So
before we continue, let me take time to introduce our second guest on the program this morning. Let me say good morning to Ms. Purcell. Good morning to you. How are you doing this morning? Welcome to the Mid-Morning Buzz here on Classic Radio and GBN TV. How are you this morning, Ms. Purcell?
Good morning, GT. I'm great. How are you?
I am doing well, and we do have also Constable with us this morning.
Yes, Constable Paul, Corporal Paul, he's doing a fantastic job always.
Right. He was taking care of things before you pop in.
He has it in order. The only thing I would like to update, he was correct. He was, because we are waiting on some confirmations in terms of the parking. Yeah. Thus far, we can confirm that the Burns Point area from the Grenada Ports Authority will be one of the areas we will have access to parking.
Right, great. So that has been taken care of. So let's get some updates in terms of the arrangements in terms of tomorrow. Constable did take care of the parking arrangements. Give us some details in terms of what it will be actually happening tomorrow. We know it's the launch of the Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence. Give us some more details. Maybe there's things that we have missed in terms of the last couple of weeks. I know you've been doing a lot of PR work, but sometimes there's stuff that individual may have missed.
There's always somebody who never heard.
So go right ahead.
There's always somebody who didn't know.
All right. So we know traffic gets to, of course, move around in a different alternative routes from around 2 o'clock, as Constable did mention. The event kicks off. Tell us time kicks off and some of the highlights that folks can look forward to.
Well, GT, it's going to be a fantastic afternoon. I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to it. There's been a lot of work happening on the Carnage, a lot of things to really lift the excitement around. We're celebrating 50, so it's an occasion that we should all be happy about. It's something that it's a unifying event. It's bringing the entire nation together under one flag, so that we celebrate Grenada. We celebrate the best of who we are. And as citizens, I think it's really about galvanizing the spirit of our citizenry around showing our love for this country. And how better to show our love than to come together with great entertainment, wonderful food, and on that evening we're going to be unveiling the logo that's going to drive forward for the independence celebrations. We'll unveil the theme, and there will be a music video and song unveiled as well. So there's lots of surprises in store. Of course, the chairperson, Dr. Wendy Crawford, she's going to be making some remarks and really laying the foundation for what the next few months of activity is going to be all about. Because as we said earlier, these celebrations, it's not one day. February 7th is the day, but these celebrations there's so much to do and so much to celebrate and so much to acknowledge at this milestone that is going to be spread out over a year period. And that's going to happen because each of the parishes are going to take the lead at some point and have their month where they focus turns to that particular parish. So there'll be national events that will take place during a concentrated period, and that will facilitate our visitors, not just visitors, but our Grenadians living outside of Grenada to plan their time to be back on island. Because I know a lot of people outside of Grenada are planning to be here. I hope we have the airlift to carry all of them, but that's a good problem to have, because everybody's planning to be back here to celebrate Grenada's 50th independence. So I think we really need to use this launch occasion to really set the foundation, the stage for where we're going to be for the next few months and how we're going to be celebrating together as one unified nation. So that's going to kick off on Tuesday, on the 31st. That's tomorrow, in case you didn't figure that out. 4 p.m. on the Carnage. As I said, Dr. Crawford will make remarks. And of course, our Prime Minister, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, will make some presentation and remarks as well. And the event will be opened officially. We have a lot of entertainment in store for you. We have drummers who will be performing starting anytime after 4 p.m. All of the food will be set up. We have craft vendors on display. We have Steel Pan, New Dimension. Steel Pan is going to be there. Conception Dance Theater, they're also going to be performing. We have young Giovanni Antoine. He's a fantastic violinist. He will be he's part of the program. The National Folk Choir, we know they've recently reconvened and brought themselves back together, so they're going to be there to entertain us. Who else? I don't want to miss anybody, but we do have a fantastic show after the formal opening ceremony. We have a great after show, which is going to be kicked off by the likes of Rita Augustine, Scholar, Black Wizard, Mr. Golden from Karakou, and Akeem. And as well, we're going to go into crown it off with a great performance by Dash, and all of this is going to be culminated by or backed by our fantastic police band. So I am really excited. I'm looking forward to everybody being on the Carnage. and I think it's the only place to be.
All right. I'm happy to see the entertainment package. It's kind of thrilled me to see that it's an all Grenadian cast entertainment package, which I'm really excited to see.
Absolutely. I mean, we have so much fantastic talent here, and I think we're going to be digging into the reservoirs as we go further in, because this is the launch. This is the launch. So we have so many more events that you're going to learn about, and an opportunity to showcase the best that Grenada has to offer.
Tell us about this. What are some of the key thing that folks should look forward to on the launch tomorrow? We talk about the entertainment package. We talk about the Prime Minister speaking. We talk about, of course, the chairman of the NOC. There's always that key factor that you may have left out. I know that there's always about the element of surprise, but maybe you could say it in a particular way that will just grab the interest of our listeners and viewers this morning to want to be there tomorrow to come out and witness.
Well, the element of surprise is what you need to be there for. This is not, I've said this already, this is not an event that you want to see online. I think if obviously, for obvious reasons, if you can't make it down, if you're outside of Grenada, and if just from capacity-wise, it's too difficult for you to be in that type of event, because it's a festival. We want as many people to come there personally. You can watch it online, but I think you're going to get the real feel and the real joy of being there in person. So that's what's the coming together of all of us just to celebrate and to start our celebrations. People always say they turned whatever age and I'm celebrating for the entire year. This is our chance to celebrate for the entire year as one nation, under one flag, and as one people. So I think we come together. Let's look out for some of the surprises. I don't want to let everything out the bag, because then you wouldn't have anything to come down for. But I certainly think that you'll be pleasantly surprised, and I'm confident you'll be happy at the end of the evening.
All right. I know you didn't want to give out a surprise, but we know there's lots going to be happening. The unveiling of the theme. Folks got to look forward for that. You understand? Mm-hmm. Folks, there's also a particular theme song, I understand. That's also going to be, of course, part of the package tomorrow. I know you can't say it, but maybe, you can't see everything, as you mentioned. No. But the option is for folks to come on down and be there. Whatever direction you come in. I say down, but you can be coming across whatever direction you're coming from, and be there to notice what's happening tomorrow in terms of the launch of our 50th anniversary of independence.
And I think it's a great opportunity to showcase the Carnage, one of the most beautiful areas in Grenada, undoubtedly, and really to recapture that area and look at the potential of what we could do there as we look forward. Because when you celebrate 50, it's part of, you reflect on your past, you kind of do an analysis of where you are, and then you start to project, where do we want to be 50 years from now? What do we want to leave as a legacy for our young people who are coming behind us? So I think it's a fantastic location. It's picturesque. The Carnage, one of my favorite spots in Grenada, and I think it's underutilized. So it's an opportunity for us to see how we can maximize the potential of this area.
There are many areas around Grenada where the launch could have taken place, but you have chosen Carnage. Why the Carnage the NOC decided anyway? If I could put you on the spot for a minute.
For that reason, that it is indeed one of the most picturesque areas in Grenada, and we have not been maximizing the potential of this vicinity. I think if we can see and start to visualize, because as I said, it's about looking forward. So what can we do with an area like the Carnage? Let's dream, and let's dream big, and let's turn our dreams back into realities and put the action behind it and say, let's recapture an area where we can have restaurants, we can have people coming together, and balance it, because I think everyone who visits Grenada comes to the Carnage and is immediately mesmerized by the beauty. And sometimes when you live in an area, you kind of forget it because it's part of your daily routine. So we're just reminding people. So that's why we selected that area.
Well, there's absolutely no doubt about it in terms of how you, of course, said it there. It is one of the most picturesque part on the island to come on down tomorrow. So I'm going to say I'll ask what final everything is a go for tomorrow in terms of the overall preparations?
Oh, we've been working 24/7, so it's an absolute go. There's nowhere else or nothing else you want to be tuned into tomorrow other than the launch. This is Grenada. This is Grenada turns 50, and we are coming out, and we want everybody to put your attention in one place, and that is going to be on the Carnage, and that is about our 50th anniversary of independence celebrations. Nothing else is happening tomorrow other than that. That's the only focus.
All right. No, I honestly, a couple of weeks ago, we did an interview. You told me about the offices, which is also located on the Carnage. You told it was going to be open pretty soon. Has that been taken care of, just in case individuals or someone who is listening right now wants to get in contact and get some more information? Is that up and going already? Yep,
I'm actually speaking to you from our office on the Carnage. We're located in the building where Tropical Shipping was previously housed. Want to sign up yet? It will be up after lunch.
All right.
But yes, people can contact us there. Our telephone number is 438-5050. Or alternatively, if you want to reach us by email, it is info@GrenadaTurns50, and that's the numerical 5050.gd.
All right.
So that's info@GrenadaTurns50.gd.
All right. Any other information you want to share before we take a wrap for today? Any other information you want to?
Just a reminder that the action kicks off at 4 p.m. and it's going to be a spectacular show, and I don't want anybody to miss any part of it. So it's an after-work line. I mean, some of you might be close enough to go and come back, but if you blink, you might miss something. You'll be sorry that you missed it because the entertainment is going throughout the period. So we look forward to everybody being there and everybody coming together. And if you can't be there, of course, we'll have it online. It'll be available, streamed through GIS, and you can definitely tune in and see the events and the festivities. But the only place to be and the only thing to tune into tomorrow is the launch of Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence.
All right, Ms. Purcell, I want to thank you a whole lot for being with us this morning. I know you got lots to do, of course, for the rest of the day and into tomorrow. So you're probably going to be a sleepless night for you, I'm assuming. But well, all the best, and I certainly will be there tomorrow to witness the event.
Wonderful. Look forward to seeing you.
All right. Corporal, any final information you want to share on the traffic arrangement before we take a wrap? Anything further, or you just want to give folks to follow the...
To reiterate that the traffic, the area will be closed off at Carnage intersection with Hugh Street. So we close off at 2 p.m. despite the event will be starting at 4.
Okay.
But it has become necessary to do so at that time to facilitate other things which is happening, and to make sure that everything goes as planned. And we just want person to be a little bit patient. It's something that you, after all, you will look back and say it was worth it.
Yes.
And work with the traffic department will work with you to ensure that we have persons in places to ease traffic congestion and to make it a lot smoother. But do expect a little delay because once we reroute traffic, is obviously we'll have some delay in traffic. So be a bit patient with us as we make our road safe for all road users. All so right. Come out. We will, as I stated, the Port Highway and Tanton Public Road will be made one way to facilitate parking, and as Ms. Purcell have stated, we confirmation from the Port Customs area, so that area will be made for public parking as well. So that is one easement, so persons can park in that area.
So true. All right.
And once we get the go ahead for the other area, will definitely be a big easement in terms of persons parking for that event as well.
All right.
So be mindful that you would not be able to access the Carnage from Hugh Street, from 2 p.m. So persons must be mindful of that as well.
All right. I want to thank you both for being with us this morning and to share the information. I saw the listening and viewing public. Of course, we'll be happy to obtain information that we thrown out this morning, and our best wishes on the event. So thank you both once again. Thanks for being part of the Mid-Morning Buzz here on Classic Radio and GBN TV. That's where we take a wrap, folks, for today's program. All the best, folks. Goodbye.